And good evening, everybody. I'm Keith Kuntz. A winter storm warning has been issued for the entire state as we brace for several inches of snow.
Good evening. I'm in Nyberg. The snowstorm coming during an Arctic cold front factoring in the wind chill. We're about to see some below zero temperatures. News 8 has your back with team coverage across the state of the winter storm warning.
Meteorologist Erica Martin and Sam Cantor are double teaming the storm forecast tonight. Teresa DeFore joins us with a complete check of the highways.
And Aaron Logan and Bob Wilson are live in West Haven and Hartford. But first, here's meteorologist Erica Martin. Erica.
And Keith, right now we are tracking this situation as it continues to work its way, really pick up some steam and work its way northeastward. That's that storm for you. You can go ahead and take a look at how dark those blues are. And I bring that up often, folks, because I want you to see what this means. These darker blues, that's telling us we have some more heavy snowfall moving across the state, including parts of the shoreline, central Connecticut, Hartford County, Windham County, starting to see some really dark blues there. Pomfret, you're getting some heavy snowfall right now. So keep in mind, this isn't even the worst of it. We do have plenty more to come. Now, our snow forecast map here, I'm going to pause this at 9 p.m. I want you to see what we're expecting. 4 to 5 inches along the shoreline, central Connecticut, just under 4 inches. This is by 9 p.m. So when we pause this again by midnight, we're starting to see an increase. A lot more snow by midnight and certainly through the overnight hours. When it's all said and done by tomorrow morning, it looks like most of the state will see about 5 to 8 inches. Towns along the shoreline will see over 8 inches. Mystic just over 11 inches. Northwestern Connecticut seeing the least amount of snow there, 3 to 5 for you. But keep in mind, tomorrow morning will be a headache as far as commuting is concerned. So you might want to have that plan B now. And once you get home tonight, stay indoors and stay safe. Of course, you can always contact me at erica.martin@WTNH.com and log on to WXEdge.com. Back to you.
All right, thanks so much. The biggest concern, of course, is the roadways. The snow is creating slippery conditions for those coming home from work right now, and we'll have some more tomorrow morning.
Going to be one of those nights, so let's take a look at how things are out on the highways right now. News 8's Teresa DeFore is here now with more on that.
Yeah, Keith, it is certainly not pretty out there. We've seen a number of spinouts across the state. I checked it with state police. They've responded to close to 100 accidents. 3 of them were serious in nature. But take a live look outside. This is what's happening really just about everywhere. 95 southbound here in Darien by exit 9. This guy couldn't quite make it onto the highway. He's been waiting for a wrecker for a while. Looks like the wrecker arrived here in Fairfield, 95 southbound at exit 22. A lot of spinouts out there hitting the guardrail and just not being able to proceed out there. I have our Milford camera up because it shows us that you just can't see the pavement out there. It's not going to be easy. Budget in a lot of extra time and expect people who are coming home from work to be a little bit late today. As for other modes of transportation, here's what's going on in the air. Bradley has already canceled 14 flights for tomorrow, and more than 1,000 flights have been canceled at our New York area airports. AAA has been busy all day, 736 calls. If you are traveling on Amtrak, they're going to have a modified schedule tomorrow. At the moment, Metro North is running about 15 to 20 minutes behind schedule, and the DOT, they're doing their best. They have their entire fleet out there. That's 634 plows trying to keep the area clear, but you'll notice a couple of accidents on the map. I want to take you over to our Berlin Turnpike accident in Weathersfield because this is one of the more significant ones. You're not moving very quickly here at all. I might even recommend taking 91 or the Parkway here, although you'll see a lot of colorful speed data there indicating you're really not traveling at the speed limit. Waterbury commuters, though, I got to tell you, this might be the easiest ride home. We're not seeing any delays, and you certainly can see the pavement here. But again, proceed with some caution, and Hartford's not looking great here. 91 southbound as you approach exit 33. Check the cameras before you leave over at WTNH.com. We're going to send it on over to Sam Cantro, who is out there in the elements, roving around in our mobile weather lab down I-95. Good evening, Sam.
All right, Teresa, we are, in fact, driving along I-95. We're going northbound. Now, Teresa made a very good point a second ago. She said you can't see the pavement on the roads. Well, what is on top of the pavement? The lines in the roads. And that's one thing that we've been noticing a lot with some of the cars that have been driving along I-95. They're kind of going in and out of the different lanes because we're not really sure where the actual lanes are. It's not anyone's fault specifically. So that's one hazard that you've got to be careful for and watch closely. Now, what we've noticed visibility-wise over the last, couple of hours, it's kind of not too great, although as the sun has set, it looks like you can see a little bit further in front of you. Still, no matter what you're doing, allow a little bit of extra space between you and the car in front of you. In fact, you should allow double the amount of space too. Now, one thing also, we're in a four-wheel drive vehicle. When we were pulling off the highway to turn around really quickly on I-95, we noticed that the car started to slide a little bit. So don't oversteer, don't understeer, and even though we have all-wheel drive in this vehicle, it doesn't make you invincible on the roadways. That's one thing that you have to be very mindful of. No matter what kind of car you're driving, it is still very slippery. All right, we're going to keep monitoring the situation for you here on the roadways. We'll be back at 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock for you here. Storm meteorologist Sam Cantro, back to you guys in the studio.
All right, Sam, take good care out there. The shoreline expected to see the highest snow totals in the state by the time everything is said and done tomorrow.
News 8's Aaron Logan is live in West Haven tonight with the conditions there. Aaron.
And Keith, we've had your back all along with this winter storm, and we've given everyone the warnings, and it looks like people actually did pay attention this time. Earlier, around 5 o'clock, it was pretty busy here in West Haven along 95 South and especially 95 North. But again, it looks like people left work early. Thank goodness, because this snow is really starting to pile up out here. It's coming down pretty quick. We talked to a guy that was plowing roads earlier today, and he said that he started to see problems as early as 3 o'clock.
I saw about 10 spinouts between like exit 34 and here exit 42. It's just crazy.
Were people speeding?
Yeah. Actually, I saw a couple going the other way also. So I actually saw a couple of people with flat tires too. I don't know what that was all about, but right in the middle of the road with flat tires. So.
People just not prepared for this.
No, absolutely not.
All right.
Driving too fast.
All right, yeah, certainly not a good idea to drive fast in this type of weather. And if you do not have the luxury of leaving later in the day for work tomorrow and you have to leave early, make sure you get up extra early, because it's certainly not going to be a smooth going early in the morning. Live in West Haven, Aaron Logan, News 8.
Aaron, thank you. In Hartford, like a lot of communities, the schools were dismissed early at 12:45 this afternoon. Then by 3 o'clock, Mayor Pedro Segarra had issued a snow emergency in the city that included a parking ban.
Any vehicles not removed from the city's streets by the start of the parking ban will be ticketed and, of course, towed. News 8's Bob Wilson joins us live from the capital city with more on that. Bob?
The snow sideways. I've switched hats now to give me protection on my exposed flesh. You see those wind chill temperatures dropping way down there. We're feeling it out here now. And as you look out across the city, there are problems along the highways. They're still pretty slow going just because of the amount of snow that's coming down now, and especially with the wind whipping it around, that circular action blowing it back on as soon as the plows clear it off. But overall, just patience and go slow. As I was talking about earlier, there were some people out there that I saw in the car next to me that were playing music and kind of dancing and having fun and singing. And that's kind of more the mentality of relax, take it easy, go slow, and you can get there. One of the things that we are seeing out there that's a little tricky is the icing up of the on and off ramps. I saw a car coming down, sliding off the curve, you know, those sharp turns you get as you come on and off the highway. Somebody had slid off into the embankment on the side because it is a little icy, a little slippery out there. So just take the turn slow and proceed with caution. I'm Bob Wilson reporting live here in Hartford, News 8.